Hi, teacher. This is my presentation on South Africa. I couldn't present it on Wednesday because we ran out of time, and I forgot to tell you I had a presentation. Okay, so my city, my country was South Africa. Uh, First, let's draw on the location. South Africa is on the bottom part of Africa, just like the name says. It's on the bottom part of Africa. It's the last little peak on Africa, and it's one of the richest cities that exist in Africa. South Africa has three capital cities, not like other countries. It has three like main capital cities: Cape Town, Bloemfontein, and Pretoria. They have a national animal. The national animal is a springbok, which is kind of like a deer, but it's skinnier and smaller. The South Africa. Well, on my presentation, I put a pie graph where it shows the different types. South Africa is a really cultural city, so they speak a lot of languages. So on my presentation, there's a graph that explains how there's the English language, there's the Setswana language, the Songa, the Benda, and some other Zulu, and that's the main one, and the Koksa. A lot of people think English is the main language there, but it's actually not. It's a really wide variety of cultures that live in South Africa. South Africa has been referred, just like I said earlier, to it's known as a rainbow nation because it's made up of so many different diverse cultures and religions. On my presentation, there's also another pie graph which shows the religions that exist in South Africa. Uh, it 0.2 Judaism, 1.5 Islam, 1.2 Hinduism, 79.8. Let me see that Christianity, and it has other 17.1. South Africa has a flavor of its own. I mean, it has a lot of languages, but we're going to speak about the English language. The South Africa got its English language from the British. Their language is really like Britain's English, because they were conquered by Britain, uh, which also by the Dutch. So they have a mix of like Dutch and Britain language. So their English sounds Dutch and British. It's like a mix of both of them. Uh, it was colonized by Britain. On my presentation, there's a picture of the first people that were colonized in South Africa, and they were colonized by Britain. So yeah. In South Africa, the language divides itself by three. It's really their country. They believe they're just like Mexico. They have a lot of marks on the economically society people. So the cultivated English, the pronunciation, it's called the first one is cultivated English, which the pronunciation associates with the most richest people in South Africa. The general English, which is the middle class, and the broad English, and it's associated with the working class, additional to speakers of Africans who speak English as a second language. So that part of Africa is actually like Mexico. Why? Because in Mexico we also have a lot of discrimination. A lot of you can notice when someone's is more has more money than another person, uh, and like in Africa, it's by when a person is more rich by the language, the type of English they speak. Thank you.